My name is John Dean. I'm with the Division of Human Resources, and I'll be your MC for this afternoon's program. It is my privilege to welcome all of you to the 13th annual Team Up ODOT event. This event is a celebration and recognition of good work done by ODOT employees in the past year. I hope that everyone had the opportunity to tour all of the booths representing maintenance, construction, planning, training, safety, as well as OUPS, Goodwill Industries of Akron, and deferred comp, among others. Okay, there we go. We'll give this a whirl. I feel like this is just teetering. Nobody sneeze. I would also like to thank OCSEA, who has been our partner in Team Up for the past 13 years and has once again provided the donuts and the food for the cookout. Again, this year, the proceeds from the sale of the food will be donated to the combined charitable campaign and Enhanced Lifestyles. Thank you, President Chris Mabe, and also to Sandy Trout for all your help this year and in the past. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to Nick Nicholson, the Deputy Director of Quality and Human Resources, for a few opening comments. Mr. Nicholson?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'll be brief. Could I have all the Steelers fans stand up, please? You can leave. Everybody else can stay. Okay, I just want to give a whole lot of thanks. Go Browns, yes. I want to extend my gratitude to all the people that put this together. There was a lot of work that went into this event. Specifically, I want to recognize the committee who did all the planning. So as I call your names, could everybody stand up? And just let me qualify that there were a lot more people that I'm not going to touch on this list, but the planning committee, Sue Grundy, please stand up. Willa, where's Willa? Carol Schubert. Devine Goodman. Betsy Brown. Is Betsy here? Dennis Boyle. Dean Lansing, and Sandy Trout. Where's Sandy? Thank you. Okay, I want to mention, if you haven't heard about a Kaizen event a week ago, has anybody heard about the Kaizen event at Aviation? Has anybody not heard? There was a Kaizen event. It's the process that they were dealing with involved the aircraft registration process, and for a number of reasons, there was a backup in our aircraft registration process. It was actually taking over a year for our customer base, the people who have airplanes and aircraft, to get their aircraft and their helicopters registered. With our friends at DAS, I think Steve Wall, and I don't know if Bill Demidovich is here, Michael Berger, Sue Grundy, and her shop, in 1 week's time, a Kaizen team was formed and put a week's work into that process. And we went from a 1-year backlog to an estimated 11 days. It's now going to take roughly 11 days to process those aircraft registrations. So if you're not a believer in quality, I don't know what will make you that. Okay, the last thing I want to say is, and I'm not sure if I even have permission to make this announcement, but I'm going to do it anyways. Willa O'Neill has been here for quite a long time, and she recently announced that she's retiring. Willa started with the department in the mid-'80s. If you don't, many of you may not know this, but she began her career actually as an educator, teacher. And she came to us in 1986, I believe, as a highway worker, and worked her way up through the ranks, and eventually landed herself in the head of quality in our office, and she's done a fantastic job for us. So unfortunately, Willa's announced her retirement. She's been a fantastic teammate, a heck of a representative for her union brothers and sisters, and we appreciate all that Willa's done for us. So Willa, good luck to you. I believe that one deserves a standing ovation. Okay, I promised I would be brief, and I will now turn the microphone back over to Mr. Dean.
It is my distinct pleasure to introduce you to our next speaker, OCSEA President Chris Mabe. Christopher Mabe is a longtime union activist and is the newly elected president of OCSEA, having previously served as its vice president. Employed for over 20 years in Ohio's prison system, Chris is a corrections sergeant at the Lorain Correctional Institution. In his role as president of the Lorain Correctional Chapter, Chris has led the fight against overcrowding and understaffing in prisons and has been an outspoken opponent of privatization. Chris is a veteran of the military, having served over 7 years active duty, including a tour of duty in Desert Storm. He heads OCSEA's Veterans Affairs Committee. Chris has been a longtime proponent of quality in state government, supporting quality events like Pathways. He is also a trained facilitator. Please join me in welcoming Chris in his first public appearance since his election this past Saturday.
I'd like to take the time to thank you for having me down here. I guess for lack of a few words, it's my first rodeo and it won't be my last. Thank you for the opportunity to attend the 13th annual TeamUp ODOT and rodeo competition. This event is once again a tribute to the outstanding work done by our public employees here at ODOT. It is probably one of the best examples of how building a good labor management partnership has produced good results. In part, this labor management partnership has been forged because of the quality partnership model set by your quality coordinators, Carol Schubert and Willa O'Neill. By working together for the good of the agency as well as the employees, the citizens of Ohio have benefited. ODOT has invested in its workforce through training programs that have kept them competitive through the private sector. Two outstanding examples of this labor management collaboration on the Highway Technician Academy and recently developed Auto Technician Mechanic Auto Body Training. ODOT, like other state agencies, faces fiscal challenges due to the uncertainties of revenue streams in the state of Ohio. These challenges demand business is conducted with efficiency and accountability in mind. Quality training has been given public employees the tools to meet these challenges now and in the future. We have seen some of the innovative ideas at the booths this morning, and by the way, those were some fantastic things, me being new to the ODOT area. You guys are doing good work. I mean that. We also witnessed some of the skills of our ODOT drivers who just in a few short months will once again become our ODOT snow warriors as they face dangerous and harsh conditions in an effort to keep the transportation system safe for all of us. And on a secondary note, I'm from Cleveland. If you guys can keep the roads on 71 clear for me a little bit. If you see me broke down, give me a little bit of rhythm. Public employees, however, have increasingly come under attack and are being blamed for some economic woes and facing our great state. But in truth, we know that when asked to share the sacrifice, we stepped up to the plate and will continue to do so. Still, we must fight against these misperceptions by continuing to be dedicated, hardworking workforce that remains good stewards of Ohio's tax dollars. I have no doubt the work you do is valuable to the citizens of Ohio. The health of Ohio's economy will not improve without direct investment into our infrastructure. Transportation moves our state. Your continuous efforts to improve Ohio's transportation system benefit us all. ODOT employees, be proud, as I am proud of you. Be proud of public work and the things you do. Thank you very much.